Welcome to Precambrian time. Are you a daredevil? Come to Precambrian time and witness volcanic explosions. This era began 4.6 billion years ago and ended about 542 million years ago. Examples of life include cyanobacteria and simple prokaryotes. The atmosphere was made of water vapor, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. Cyanobacteria released oxygen into the air. There were many volcanic eruptions, meteorite impacts, storms, and the sun radiated onto the surface of the earth. The climate was very hot because of this. Paleozoic era started 542 million years ago and ended 251 million years ago. Welcome to the Cambrian period. Life includes arthropods such as trilobites, Anomalocaris, and Opabinia. The Cambrian period was the most intense burst of evolution in all of history, known as the Cambrian explosion. The climate got warmer, the sea rose, all of which made the earth more hospitable for life. Most of the life in the Cambrian period was aquatic. The continents were still forming in this period, but the land was barren rock and supported no life. This period is unique because of the extravagant seas. So much life is in the ocean, and the climate gradually gets warmer. Come to the beautiful Ordovician period. The life in the Ordovician period evolved from the creatures that survived the Cambrian, such as tentacled mollusks, finned eel-like creatures, and they were called conodonts and nautiloids. Signs of primitive plants began to appear during this period. The seas were still teeming with life. Land masses came together to form Gondwana, a supercontinent. Laurentia, which would soon become North America, broke off of Gondwana. It was mostly underwater. Horseshoe crabs and other life began to live in lagoons and spawned on land. Living fossils of exoskeletons of life were found from this period. Plants began to grow on land and new organisms exist, and some traveled to land to spawn. The climate was warm and wet. Welcome to the Silurian period. Come see the diversity of fish, centipedes, and arachnids. Animals and plants are now officially on land. Reefs thrive in the warm seas, and there became a great diversity of fish. Eurypterids hunted fish and grew to be 2 meters long during this period. Small arthropods and arachnids crawled on land. Plants developed rigid stems and became vascular. This period is unique because plants took shape, creepy crawlies went on land, and there was a vast marine life. Come to the Devonian period. There are placoderms and tictacolacts of life. This is otherwise known as the Age of Fishes. Amphibians lived on land and water to escape predators, and ammonoids lived during this period, and they are related to octopus and squid. Cartilaginous and bony fish lived in the sea. Lobefins began the evolutions of amphibians. This period is unique because they're red-colored sediments, giving the Devonian its name. Different types of fish and amphibians roamed, and Gondwana began to drift north, and the climate was very warm. Come to the Carboniferous period. There were 6-foot centipedes, enormous cockroaches, scorpions, dragonflies, and other insects. Amphibians evolved, and reptiles appeared. There was much vegetation that led to today's coal deposits. Forests and vegetations were everywhere because of a surplus of carbon dioxide, leading to a surplus of oxygen. Insects grew to be enormous because of this oxygen surplus, and insects became airborne. Amphibians evolved into reptiles. Vegetation and forests thrive. There were enormous bugs involving amphibians, and some major events was the oxygen surplus. Gondwana moved poleward and got colder, and the climate, Gondwana was chilly, but there were tropical land masses. Come and visit the Permian period. There are cerapses and pelycosaurs. The Permian period began 299 million years ago and ended 251 million years ago. Pangea began to form in the Permian period. Animals had to adapt to the climate changes, and more kinds of reptiles began to appear. The largest mass extinction the world has ever known happened during this period. Some think that volcanic eruptions caused the mass extinction, but some think climate change caused it. All the continents were meshed together, and there were many reptiles. Some major events. This was the largest mass extinction. The climate. It was cold and dry near the north, and the weather changed from wet to dry very quickly. Animals and plants had to adapt to these climate changes. Mesozoic era began 252 million years ago and ended 66 million years ago. Welcome to the Triassic period. There were ichthyosauruses and plesiosaurus. Life began to rejuvenate after the mass extinction. Small mammals and the first dinosaurs appeared. Oceans surrounded Pangea, and the coasts were very moist and warm. Pangea was split in two, and there were more reptiles, amphibians, and pterosaurs appeared. Pterosaurs and dinosaurs are what made this period unique, and a major event was that Pangea split in two. Come to the beautiful Jurassic period, where the Diplodocus and the Brachiosaurus roamed. There were enormous plant-eating dinosaurs, and dry deserts began to grow plants. Conifers, ferns, and ginkgos were abundant, and the earliest known bird appeared. There were sauropods and not T-Rex and Triceratops in this period. What makes this period unique are sauropods, birds, rodents, crumbling landmasses, forests, and tropical breezes. Meet some of your favorite dinosaurs in the Cretaceous period, 145 million years ago to 65.5 million years ago. There were iguanodon, triceratops, and T-Rex. There were flowering plants and many new dinosaurs. Marine reptiles fed on fish and other marine life, and sauropods lived in the south of the continent. T-Rex and Triceratops lived in the north. Many dinosaurs made this period unique, and flowering plants. The modern oceans began to form, and Pangea continued to drift. The climate was warm and humid, and there was a mass extinction. The Cenozoic era is from 65 million years ago to the present day. Welcome to the Tertiary period. There were hominids and birds here. Grass began to grow and support grazing mammals, and mammals grew in size, numbers, and diversity. Birds thrived as well, and plate tectonics caused volcanoes. The period ends with the Ice Age, 1.8 million years ago. What makes this period unique is early humans and cool weather. Gondwana split apart, India collided with Eurasia, and the climate slowly cooled. Perhaps you just want to stay in the Quaternary period, the one we live in now. Here, the woolly mammoth and the bison and the human live here. Humans evolved to their modern form, and glaciers carve and mold the land. Sea levels rise and fall, and the climate changes, and this period considers to be the age of humans. Scientists believe that woolly mammals are gone because of climate change or hunting. This period is unique because of the Ice Age and humans. Continents drift to their modern locations, and the climate changed from cool to warm. Come visit a time in Earth's history.